Всем привет, и мы продолжим наше прохождение Baldur's Gate 3. Мы остановились в спорах. Так, поговорим.
Don't. Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the
Походу, не
Underdark.
зря ведь мы таскаем.
She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Нормально. Эликсир Сильвануса. Это мы... это ее бить? Пойдет. На противе у нас.
Gods! Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me? No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through my guts. But... that cure did the trick. Quick, sharp too. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, it hurts.
Почему ей это боль?
Girls, garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me. Seems you're the helping kind. All right. I need you to rescue my kin. Not charity, mind. We can pay. We're Iron Hand Clan. Best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Dwergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake. Just mining for materials. Nothing unusual. But our work pays well. Help my clan, and we'll make it worth your while. I swear.
Надо проницательность прийти еще.
Why are you helping me? No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through my... But I thank you... Girls, garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me. Seems you're the helping kind. All right. I need you to rescue my kin. Not charity. We were on... I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake. Just mining for materials. Nothing unusual.
The briefest hesitation, but enough. She's lying.
But our work pays well. Help my clan, and we'll make it worth your while. I swear.
Так, ну давайте. Идем. 15. Думаю, одной хватит. Не хватило.
Fine. It's complicated, but my clan has trouble back in the city. A blood feud. We were searching for something to turn the tide. That's all I can say. But it's worth a lot to us. Understand? Look, You've done me a good turn and you deserve the truth. But that's as much of it as I can tell, I swear it. If you need to go your own way, I respect that, but still, I'm asking. Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here. I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some dweger ass. I'll mark where I made my escape, and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
Что, на босиком теперь? Понятненько. Шмаки, скорость. Так, мы же кольцо контрабандиста забыли. Еще. Надо за ним сбегать. Можно телепортироваться, здесь все равно телепорт есть. А где оно? Так, вдоль реки. Где именно? Не помню.
Breathe deep and move.
Но мы, по сути, здесь не были. Всё, пробежаться. Маленький закоулок. Может, еще чего пропустили? Кстати, как в предыдущей серии, можно и не убивать орков. Они все равно придут в лагерь. Будет их там убить.
But that will fit in my bag.
Это пещера медведича. Ну да.
in here?
Удачно. Так. Надо нашему штатному вору его дать харизму. Ну, можно. Брызги.
Let's try this way.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Wonder if the gods are watching me. Might be useful.
Something over there.
What's next?
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. At the ready.
Все видим.
It's been a while since these two breathed there last.
There are Harper and Druid symbols on their equipment. An interesting pair. Maybe I should... No, this is good.
Не-не-не-не-не-не-не, стой, не обязательно. Не обязательно было это так воспринимать.
Onward, ever onward. Wits and blades always sharp.
Wanna dance?
А где труп, собственно говоря?
I wonder what the next move is. Let's try this way.
Где он? Не до тебя. Где скелет этот?
Let's see what's to be said.
Кстати, почему ты до сих пор не пришел?
Dost thou require a new ally? Then thou must return with the proper payment. This is the price of balance. Well counted. I recommend keeping my distance for a moment. By doom and dusk I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
Never a dull moment.
Полетали.
Very well. Let's move.
Кстати, да, напрягает, что Медвесыч не пришел. Мы его в лагере не траванули, надеюсь, ими.
One day I'll catch a break.
Может, лишний раз переночевать?
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Leland, where are you?
Let's see.
The trader appears encouraged by your interest in this item, though of course you'll need to pay for it.
О, можно купить. Правильно. Так, давайте переночуем. Я хочу Медвесыча все-таки дождаться. Говорим с Кейлом. Ему, наверное, нужен снова
Private
артефакт
word would be
какой-нибудь.
nice.
Ну и, наверное, раз...
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Ну, это ситуативный. Там еще. Тут проблема, будет ли у нас вообще бард тоже когда-нибудь.
Thank you. Good gods. I don't know what to make of this. 3 artifacts is a positive glut of magic. Yet my hunger only grows. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover. Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
Давай полностью. Не думаю, что
Very well.
запоминал.
Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
От себя, я так понимаю, цветов и конфет к этому моменту уже отказался.
The answer was to try. And the outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning.
Кстати, он сказал, что всем расскажет, почему я здесь.
This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep. We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Ага.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Молодец какой. Что скажешь насчет этого?
Oakfather's blessings to you. I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say. Hopefully, I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. I sent a bird to summon her. Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Без идола, правда.
Indeed. It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow-cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better. Precious little, but I'm quite certain it can still be found.
Aradin was convinced there was a hidden entrance in the Temple of Seluna. I'd start there.
Кстати, нужно будет вернуться. Открыть их.
Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection.
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberration. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. Miss it? Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden. Takes you away from nature, and beware. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the Oak Father's creations.
Так, ну все, договорились.
Hey, you.
Where would you start? All night.
God.
Так, как у тебя дела?
I suppose you want to hear about Kaz, my old master. Before the Mind Flayers took me from him. Before this strange, twisted freedom. Khazad Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven and a monster He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn. And he became my tormentor. He had me go out into Baldur's Gate to fetch him the most beautiful... Of course, if I said no, he'd have me flayed. Hard to say which was worse. Thank you. But this isn't about sympathy. The mind... All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything. What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
Ну, да.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Так, давайте просим ее. Наденем мантию.
What are you thinking about? Sounds boring. Oh.
Переночуем, будем надеяться, что Медвесыч придет.
What's on your mind? Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god, to know yourself, to be untouchable, to be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more, an event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. Loving them has its side effects as well. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way we're... Oh, I have the magic touch.
Так. Ну, это само собой. Ну,
Let's get going.
это он так завис. Так, это все дадим главному персонажу. Так как он... Oh no. Чего не делает?
Still breathing, despite everything.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I question the wisdom of that decision. I'll be...
Don't waste a step. First in my heart.
Oh, hi. Let's...
Так, давайте сходим в лагерь. Вдруг потом нет. 2000. Ну, он должен был уйти, как мы его отпустили.
Seems simple enough.
У нас ключ был? Ничего себе.
You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected.
Неудивительно.
Heating up. Close ranks.
Все равно стреляет.
Another day, another fight. Is that blood? No. never
Неплохо.
mind. With haste.
Видимо, здесь сосредоточение всех книг у гоблинов. Это факел. Не ношу. Боюсь, что в каждой полке книги.
Maybe I need more pockets.
И что мы провалили? Что же мне с вниманием делать, команда? Шаг.
Let's have a look at myself. Still me, even after everything. Not bad. I've had better days. And worse
Не
ones.
отсылка. Почему-то. Я все еще я.
I've got a long road ahead. No traps, please. Time to press ahead.
Так. Туманный шаг. Наставление это тайное. В битве, в принципе, можно менять будет. Она нужна для диалога. Пока что.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Ну? Зачем мне туда? А.
I'll give it a shot. All for me.
Oh.
Interlocking circles with moons and stars. This must be the seal mentioned in that journal.
Better take a closer look.
is very far down. We'll have to go in to see the bottom.
Так, все понятно, это подземелье. Так, мы едем. И лучше надо было так встречать. Не знаю. Нужен этот пак.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
Ну, разборки. Я за что-то хотя предательство будет. Надо...
Remove yourself if you are so easily offended. This is not your concern.
Nonsense. You're just finally showing us what you really are. A reaver to the bone.
Spare your indignity. Every word that spills from your mouth is worth less than the last.
По-моему, мы довольны.
Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
Lozelle thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why.
I doubt this one's wits will be any sharper by then.
I do not wish to spill blood here. Come daylight, we will find a place to end this.
Fine. You can accept you're wrong, or we'll be rid of you permanently. Either way, I win.
По-моему, я как-то не решил конфликт.
You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward!
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
Бонус нельзя. Что-то Фарби меня подкинуло.
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
Can I do that, Lozelle? Can I turn my back on you?
Never. Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Они уже в начале игры, по-моему, всех своих спутников мог перебить. Да. С вашими разборками мой пёсель
Already feeling better.
Медвесыч
Very glad Shadowheart and Lozelle
придёт.
settled things without letting any blood.
Ну, я тоже думаю, психованный психи.
I don't think there'll be any more trouble between Lozelle and I, if you were wondering. We can all sleep. You have an interesting definition of friendly, but yes. I'm not sure what else I can say, at least until I can remember more. She taught me, trained me, punished me. Often, I think I feel her influence when the wound pains me. Not even memories, just glimpses, impressions. Perhaps the wound is her doing, something Lady Shah bid her to do. I don't know.
Так, ну давай.
Shah's blessings upon you. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't...
Так, ты что думаешь?
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
Типичный злодей.
Speak.
А ты не... Да.
It is over where I am concerned. It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
Ты что скажешь?
You wish to speak?
То же самое.
Wonderful. I'll miss my books. That I can find all the wisdom they contain out here, firsthand. Is that so? Well, nature does abhor waste. I will keep watch, thank you. I had a feeling time in your company would prove fruitful.
С тобой давно не говорили, единорожка.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for...
Ну, кстати, только высказался насчет этого. И все.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.
Так, ладно, медведь еще не... Что?
There's something I've been wanting to share with you, if now's a good time. It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you. Use the tadpole. The connection. Come into my mind. I don't remember how it started. Only how it ended. I was fleeing.
Проверка будет.
asked my name. Can't remember what I said. Can't remember anything before those words. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home with Lady Shah. It hurts. That's all I remember.
You remember that it is common amongst Seluna's followers to send their children into the woods alone, a rite of passage to find their way home. Perhaps this one has gone awry.
Прошли.
You're reading too much into things. A childhood bauble, that's all. Just because Selunites claim something doesn't mean they own it. Normally I'd agree. But with you, it's getting easier by the moment.
Tradition my species receives from other minds
Так.
is difficult to eliminate.
Медвесочка когда-нибудь дойдет до меня?
Seems the shrooms are You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name. Right now. Waiting for that idiot Balin's return. Less you've seen him, we don't have much to discuss. Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick. Like I told you already, I'm waiting for that lummox Balin. The rest is my own business. Right. Never mind. My useless husband. Sent him for an errand. It's no surprise he's made a mess of it. Knock yourself out. But don't come begging for coin if you find him. You try to ransom him to me, you'll find yourself skint and stuck with a fat old lout.
Понятно. Я разве у какого-то торговца такой же? Оставим. Предыдущий.
Reckon it might be enough to cover rent.
Fleshwalker, tongue talker. Far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Cringes in response to your sunny vision. It reveals its own home in reply, a humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
Dwargar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song.
You mean to cleanse the Dwergar rot? I mean to join you. I am the danger, and I am the cure. They erased my... In death, your foe becomes your ally. I remain in the Underdark, and I will...
Теперь мы не сможем портироваться, да? Что это? Понимание существа, на которых действуют эффекты, могут вообще... Так, мы должны играть, чтобы я мог все украсть. Мы отвлекли Вова даже. Я просто коллекционирую книги. Ну и заодно все зелья. Хлеб драконьего.
Over here. That might be worth a look.
Так, а здесь, кстати, мы тоже можем чуть-чуть натащить. Но это потом. Главное, мы тут закончили.
Never wanted the easy path.
Интересно, оно через сколько успокоится? Примерно. Всё? Ну. Вы не было.
The Myconid denounces your theft. It means to punish you.
А ты чего? А почему он минус идет? Кого он спрашивает?
The Myconid calms. You may go in peace.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Another step forward.
Не ожидал я подставу от...
Always room for more.
Порки типаж.
Balin, where are you?
it, the hole below you soon plummets into an abyss of impossible darkness. Faint sounds echo against unseen stone, nothing discernible by eye or ear. Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away.
Понятно.
Something about the tree.
Что?
Almost like an invisible hand pulling me towards it.
Я не успел.
Time to rest. Moving ahead. I'll take that. It feels like my magic is getting drained.
Тогда его в лагерь. На время. Новые книги. И надо прочитать, что он попал. Луч, кстати, на Гейла.
What to do? Don't mind if I do. Moving in.
Stop! Stop! Bibberbang!
You recognize the name. Bibberbang, a mushroom that releases dangerous spores. Highly flammable.
I know that! Scroll! Escape! My bag, please! I've dropped it somewhere! Thank you, thank you!
У меня нет туманного шага. И руку неким призвать. Будет тут, я думаю.
It is time.
Так, давай. Гейла-то рука есть.
lot on my mind.
Hey, you. Sounds boring. Ah.
Можно другого тогда взять, если у Гейла нет. Где?
Still
Так.
alive, so that's progress.
Произошло.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Запало на дерево.
How can I help? Where? Seek and you shall find me.
Рука есть, в принципе. Обратно.
The air is ripe with magic.
Пам-парам-пам-пам.
What if I just... No, bad idea. Ah! Oh, I'm all right. God, I can finally breathe.
Я его съел? Ой. Окей. Как эта рука поглотила? Ага. Почему медленно тебя стало резко? Как я раньше поражать?
I'm all right. God, I can finally breathe.
No one back home will ever believe this. Have to keep going.
Ah, right. What were you saying? I was looking for Jareth. She's... She'll be worried sick. I must need to go. For you. Your trouble. Ta.
Окей. Так, мы можем переместиться, чтобы ничего не взорвалось, кстати. Можно попробовать.
Certainly.
Yes.
Разлом никто-то не сломал. Еще кучу всего успели взять. Злоба. Так. Окей.
No one stopped me yet.
Ну, в принципе, Гейла здесь можно попросить.
What can it do once it's extracted?
Уже.
Nothing good. How can I help? I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be in the...
If not over, then through. I need a moment
Орлах,
for the two
пошли.
of us.
What are you thinking about?
Опять надо шлем и убирать почему-то. У меня все как не как крона-то. Второй раз. В принципе, вроде как все зачистили.
Looking ahead.
Whatever comes, I'm ready. No time to waste.
Теперь мы здесь ходить можем?
Still breathing, despite everything. How much farther can I go?
Или там будет
More for me.
негативно накладываться? Факел. На свете его не было. А, есть вообще-то. Не туда нажимал.
Something over there. I hear you did the deep spoil sport. Well, what do you want?
Что
if you're not here to
опять я
gossip?
нажимал? Да что он? Ну, вообще.
La la la. All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Где ты? О чем ты хочешь?
I hear you did the deed. How was your little romp? Oh dear, it was a flop. How disappointing. I hope next time you'll have higher standards when it comes to playmates. But you're not here to gossip. What can I do for you?
Ничем.
These boots have seen everything. Maybe I need more pockets.
Здорово. Мы теперь не прошли.
Careful, I bite.
Плюс 6 у него. Не прошли все. Нормально.
While I'm at it. Is that blood? No, never mind. Can't slow down. Always room for more.
That might be worth a look.
Так, здесь мы можем, в принципе, подраться. Привет. Какая инициатива у нас? Нет? 75.
This is gonna feel good. Find a route.
Light on my feet.
Как-то он отскакивает, интересно.
Let's finish this. Got to press on.
10 ходов, пока противника всего 2. Дерево. В принципе, его может и оставить, чтобы он дожил.
Shut that oversized chicken up. You're mine.
Лук бы ему получше.
Fuck yes. Under their noses.
Nothing will stand in my way. These boots have seen everything.
Он ведь подмогу призвал. Где она?
What's inside?
Не дошло? О, друид. Где он? Ага. Понятно. И вот еще один. Вижу. Невыгодная позиция. Это мне еще бежать до него нужно.
Breathe deep and move.
Только дай ударить. Мы против двоих деремся. Пока что. Ничего себе. Подожди, да, участвует под гипнозом. Провалили мы. Оно не было волшебным у нас. 30. Это все помеха.
fall by my hand.
А, я просто ударил. Случайно. Ну все. Шотнули парни. Там еще один я видел.
Watch this.
А у нас... Нас тут в упор убивает чувака. Все спасибо. Или ты можешь не стоить.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Making me sweat. There we go.
Where do I go from here? What path lies before me?
The dance macabre. Over here.
Устойчивости нет.
Got to keep fighting.
Так, там, надеюсь, в соло справимся.
Got to move.
Но я о тебе забыл. Так вас двое. Еще есть. Бедный гриб.
Death's cold grip.
Pull him up.
Jimmy on the go.
Fast.
А, это ты? А, он не столкнет нас. Закончилось.
What to do? All right, what now? Feel my way. I've got the plans and the Sousa bark.
О,
Now I
кстати,
need
да.
somewhere to craft it all. The forge at the blacksmith's house should do. Anything of use?
I'm so tired. How do people do this all day?
Time to get going.
Сразу неаккуратным почерком. Защитник, страж, адамантиум, кузнец. Рождается лишь и нарисована маленькая карта в место. Карта написана Тхорн знает.
According to these notes, there's an adamantine forge down here.
Ледистый кристалл. Туманный шаг довольно-таки полезно. Потрепанный свиток. Не закончится это воплощение речной слюной. В этом порядке можно разбить несколько слов. Скверенных. Магма. Тьма сюжетная.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Кстати. На граната. Так, вроде все. Так, что мы можем сделать? Даже не знаю. Куда он прыгнет-то? Пустим. И да, кошкой подраться. Балалайку можно ранее кинуть. Что это такое? Цветок. Кстати, мы могли армию собрать. Там соберем. Чуть промазали.
On the way.
I won't give in.
Fire, baby. Ready for this?
Can't give up. On my way.
Пулей. Устойчивости нет. Бедная атака. Защита территории. Зрение.
A better position.
Окей. Или он слишком силен? Интересно. Так, а что там? Пера покрыта жидкостью красного цвета. Она пахнет ржавчиной. Как можно сказать, что вы выключили сокровищ, скрыто под землей? Что с этим ведром? Выбросить. Еще удочка для чего-то лежит. Непонятно для чего.
The rock under your feet juts upwards, forming a perfectly engraved tombstone with a small epitaph. In memory of Myrna, a shining light in this dark world, may you forever gaze upon the lake you loved to play in.
Okay.
As you dig, you slowly expose the skeletal remains of a large dog wearing a chunky leather collar.
Strange collar. It's got runes all over it. I wonder what they say. Don't mind if I do. Let's have a look.
Тут мы были.
No time to rest. Never a dull moment.
Понятно, прикольное место, конечно.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
I've got a long road ahead.
Повезло.
What path lies before me?
Let's get on with it.
Ты ждешь, пока все закончится?
No one stopped me yet. On my way. Might be useful. corpses. These creatures did battle with Dwergar.
Silence! I am breathing life.
Мы ему можем меч дать. Нет.
Wrote on my mind, and, well, in it. Need to find a way forward. But that will fit in my pack. Always at your side.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Интересно. Эти грибы? Надо идти. Нифига себе. Намек понятен. Так.
A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil.
Так. Сколько идет? Ну, сейчас будем заканчивать, когда станем этим.
Slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil.
Прикольно. Критический.
This blade was a warrior's sacrifice to Elis Stray. Blood can only be honored with blood.
Клятвы. Так, смело взяться за рукоять, ты воплощение своей клятвы. Этот меч должен быть достоин тебя, а не наоборот. Ну, просто задоминировал.
It feels like you're warring with 10 people for the blade, but with another hard yank,
the weapon slips free from the stone.
Как странно. Хуже, чем наш. То есть мелодия. Полуторная. Ну-ка. Как нашу мелодию смотреть? Предвкушение, готовы петь или вопить. Всадник рост 6 метров, получает бросом атаки, испытывает харизму и мудрость интеллекта. Таня харизма и интеллект. Получает урон громом. Необычно. Интересно. Так, ну а на этом, наверное, мы сегодня закончим. Ну, закончим. Вот, надеюсь, что-нибудь для себя открыли. Не забывайте про кольцо контрабандиста, которое мы нашли. Скелета. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Ставьте лайки, пишите комментарии. Будет мне интересно знать ваше мнение и повышать качество. Всего доброго.